Bharat NCAP is one of the new programs which is called as New Car Assessment Program, and this is aiming at safety features. Now, this is not part of any compulsory rules, but with the NCAP, the customers would have the safety rating of the vehicle. Now, once there is the safety rating, let's say it is 5 star, 4 star, based on which the customer would select whether I want to go with this car model or not. This NCAP testing would be done on the base variant of any of the model, and if the company wants on the additional variants also, this assessment can be done. By doing this assessment, one very important thing is Indian cars would be eligible for global market and global standards. That means India would drastically improve the export potential for automobile industry. Another good reason for NCAP is that with this NCAP and safety ratings which would be up, this would bring in original equipment manufacturers online with the global standards and would improve the processing or the manufacturing of the automobiles. Also, once this has been brought into account and companies bring in their safety ratings, based on their safety ratings, incentives would be given to the companies, and this incentives would be meant for further developments, research and innovation in the field of safety. Overall, in India, we have nearly 1.5 lakh car accidents and traumas and injuries and deaths related to it accounted every year, which is a huge number of figure. So to bring in or to reduce this, what is important is to have a better road infrastructure and to have better controls and actions for safety measures. Now, based on this NCAP program would be released on 1st October 2023, and this would cover an ecosystem for competitive safety enhancements. Also, it would be applicable for vehicles less than 3.5 tons. So it would be for lighter vehicles with a weight of 3.5 tons and less, and this would be based on AIS 197, which is Automotive Industry Standards 197. So if we look onto the features, it would incorporate basically 3 features. The first is adult occupant protection, child occupant protection, and safety assist technologies. So far, we have been doing good job in terms of airbags, in terms of crash tests that are done. Also for seat belt reminders, those are some of the developments which have already been taken into account. Any new vehicle that comes into on the road must undergo the mandatory Central Motor Vehicle Rule 1989 clearance, and original equipment manufacturer would bear the liability for the NCAP, that is the new car assessment program, and the structural integrity of the car would be tested on the base variant, as I said, and this star rating would actually bring in more clarity. So for example, the star rating for adult occupant persons would be a star rating of 5, that means a minimum score would be 27 for the frontal as well as the side impact test, which would be done onto the base variant model, and the similar ratings based on that would be given for the scores that are given here. Similarly, for the child safety, the star rating would be 41. If it is 41 and above, the score is 41 and above, it would be rated as 5 star. If the score is 35, it would be rated as 4 star, and so on. Again, what all would be tested? For adult occupant, offset deformable barrier frontal impact, side impact and poolside impact. For child, again, frontal impact, side impact, CRS installation and vehicle based assessment. All of these would be taken into account, and the assessment points for each of these have been mentioned. So distribution of this point is really important, and these vehicles would be tested at a speed of 64 kilometers per hour plus minus 1 kilometer. Now this would be the speed that would be considered at the time of testing. There would be cameras which would be installed from different angles To understand the frontal impact, the side impact, the dummy models would be established within the model, within the base variant, and the various differences would be seen. For example, the head difference from the front, the chin gap, the hand movement for the driver, for the adult occupied, or for the child. All of these would be tested, and once all these tests are passed and the safety nets is released, as we said, this would open the doors for export of automobiles from India for lighter vehicles of 3.5 tons and less, and therefore is a really important landmark development. So from 1st of October, this comes into force, and definitely we would be covering many such interesting topics in the upcoming sessions. Stay tuned.